Is Jason Alford. He's one of our running back, fullbacks, and deep snapper. Alan Blue, one of our offensive linemen, a returning offensive guard. And on the end there's big Brandon Beckham. He's one of our defensive linemen.
Well, I tell you what, it's a good-looking group you brought with you, Kent, and it's good to have you here. Tell us just a little bit, and I've asked this of every coach, some of your influencers in the past that, influence the way you coach, why you coach, that kind of thing.
Well, I just told you, Ronnie Cottrell taught me into coaching years ago. Matter of fact, this will be my 36 years coaching. And so he's one. The other one would be Mickey Lindsay that I worked with for 20 years. He was head coach at Pace 25 years.
Right.
Probably one of the most successful coaches in the Panhandle.
Right.
And he had a lot to do, with my being a coach and some of the things that I do as a coach also. Frank Lay and Robert Freeman, two of the administrators there at Pace, were also big guys in my life.
And you know what, folks, everybody that Coach just mentioned right there, they're all men of strong faith. And I know that's a common theme with your team in the community and all the things that you do.
Yeah, it's gotten more difficult to do those kind of things, but we're still trying to do those things. Just lead these kids in the right manner. Hire good coaches that help lead these kids as I've gotten older and have a relationship with them. And, these right here, they're going to be fine because they've got good parents.
Exactly.
But, we're in the business to help kids, and I think that's what we're doing at Pace High School.
That's very important, Coach. And you know what? It's overlooked by fans more than I can even say. Me as a parent, I am thankful for every coach that has been in my children's lives because they have all instilled something that they can carry with them for the rest of their lives. And as coaches, you're teachers, and you're teachers of life, not just the game of football. And I see that that's very important to you, Coach.
Very important.
Mr. Alford, you're wearing a lot of hats. One of them, deep snapper?
Yes, sir, that's right.
That's the one. Listen, and I said this earlier, my nephew is a deep snapper for Gulf Breeze. If you're doing your job right, nobody knows who you are.
Yes, sir, that's
if
right.
You mess up, everybody knows who you are.
That's my goal, is to make sure people don't hear my name.
Make sure nobody knows who you are. Tell me what you've been doing in this off season to prepare you for the upcoming season.
Well, like everyone else, I've been working really hard in the weight room and on the field, trying to get bigger, stronger, faster, and just perfecting my craft. And I've also had to work on my leadership, just making the transition, becoming a senior, and now having to be a lot more of a vocal leader on the team, and trying to help my teammates become the best version of themselves. And trying to be that voice.
What have you learned about yourself in that process of going from where you were to this leadership role?
Well, I've learned that it's not my tendency to be kind of out in front. I'd rather be behind the scenes and kind of more of a lead by example type of guy, but I've had to come out of my shell a little bit and become more vocal and try to put myself out there a little more.
Well, I tell you what, I spent 4 years at Georgia Tech with special teams. And one of the guys, Andrew Economos, ended up spending 10 years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a long snapper. And they're invaluable, man. Yeah. Don't ever lose that talent right there. Do you time yourself from time to time? Do you go from snap to hands and see where you're at?
Yes, sir. I do every now and then.
Okay. Shoot for that 0.8.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm consistently under 0.8 usually.
All right, good, great. No block punts there.
Hey, that's what Coach likes to hear. Alan Blue, you next up.
Yes, sir.
Offensive lineman, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you the captain of the line when you're out there? Are you the one that's barking at the other linemen, your fellow linemen, to get them in the right spots?
Not usually. I'm usually the guy that tries to keep people calm down and not doing that.
Okay.
We got a couple guys that do that, but I try to keep it nice and low key.
You let other people wear that hat.
Yes, sir.
So what have you been doing this summer to improve your game on the offensive line and specifically with your other offensive linemen? Have y'all done some stuff together?
Oh, yes, sir. We're always up at the school trying to take as many pass sets as possible because that's something we've struggled with in the past is protecting. So we try and get as many pass sets as we can, been in the weight room, getting faster, getting stronger, different stuff like that, becoming more agile, different stuff like that.
That's a great plan, and I know Coach is really enjoying hearing that coming from you. I mean, you feel like you've got a unit, you know? You feel like with the offensive line, we're a unit, we're solid, we're on the same page, all that kind of stuff.
I do. We got a couple of guys that are stepping up to play a bigger role than they have in the past, but
right.
I feel like they've had plenty of playing time up on the varsity level. They just haven't been a starter. So
sure,
we've got a lot of depth of guys that have experience playing varsity football and that are.
That's where you guys lead as leaders, you know, for those younger guys, you know, and like say a bunch of times, you know, Coach Smith can't go out there and play right guard, so somebody else got to be out there to lead that way for you.
Definitely.
Tell me how it is, and this is going to go to you too, Brandon, but in those practices, you know, when the big men are lining up against each other, how does going up against somebody like Brandon day in, day out improve your game?
Oh, it's always a competition. I feel like when Brandon lines up against me or another one of those guys, we're just always constantly making each other better, and we're getting a lot out of going against each other as much as we do in practice. So it's a lot of help.
Brandon?
Yes, sir.
Here on the other side there, how's going up against somebody like Allen? How's that improving your game?
It got me a lot stronger. Yeah. I've been going against a lot of big people in the past, like Ty Pitts and Braden Harrelson. They helped me a lot. And it did.
So, Brandon, you feel like you're probably a bull rush type guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. But I think you probably can be athletic enough to every now and then start that bull rush and then either swim down, swim over, swim across.
Yes, sir.
Can you do that?
I do. Yes, sir.
And they turn you loose and let you do that sometimes?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
During
good.
one-on-ones.
Hey, again, work on that in practice. Run that move on Allen a few times here and there, see if it's working.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, you guys are, you know, the realignment. Everybody talks about it, suburban, metro, blah. Play the same teams y'all always play. It doesn't change the mentality at all. Coach, what are you telling these guys? You've got the older guys here today, but every team is different. Coming into this season, what's your message to your team coming in off the season, the summer, and getting ready for fall practices?
Well, the biggest thing is we want to be a team, and I think we do have good unity and team chemistry. And you know, really there's only a few things you can control, and that's to play hard and be a team. And that's our main focus every day. And these guys have had a great summer. We just finished. We're giving them this week off, and then we'll get started. We had 24 workouts, and these guys were there every day for 24 days this summer, and we work them hard. We do an hour in the weight room. We do an hour of sprint or agility work, and then an hour of football work. So they've had a good summer. So now we're ready to get going on August the 1st, getting ready for the season.
It's that preparation, guys, and let me tell you, as a former trial lawyer, and Coach and I were talking and getting ready for this. We're doing all this work. I said, Coach, we're going to do so much preparation. We're going to use 10% of what we ended up doing, and that's what we do. But you know what? If we don't prepare for that other 90%, something's going to come up and you're not ready. So doing that work now pays off in the fall. Coach, thank you for coming down here and spending time. We'd love to have you on for longer. We got more media that wants to talk to y'all, ask you questions. Looking forward to a great Pace season. We're going to have some great football here in the Panhandle.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Thank you, Coach Wilson.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back. You're watching the inaugural Panhandle Football Media Day show. You're watching it on Varsity Sports Network and MarketableSports.live. We'll be right back after these messages.